How are you doing and how have you been? My name's Tazastical and we're back in the gruesome caves of Moria. Welcome back, everyone. So this episode is pretty much going to be based around actually getting ourselves in this mountain and, an infestation. Basically, I'm surprised an infestation hasn't happened already. I thought I stopped. Let's go to the council. Oh no, that it was actually built. Oh, this is awkward. Can you, destroy it? No, not marble. Could have built it out of marble. Have we got no granite? We don't. Is there no granite on the map? Or let's put it on speed 2 while we look around. Sandstone. Marble. Is granite not a big thing around here? Marble. Where are all my granite? All these walls don't seem to be granite. Like, they're sandstone. Okay, granite's here, so granite's that sort of colour. So we might actually have to do some, makeshift digging to get some granite blocks. The problem is delete. Ooh, we've got. Alright, here comes Randy. So, 4 people with malaria. So let's make sure. Lewis, Van, McLovin, and Reed. Lewis, Van, McLovin, and Reed. So that's all our doctors. So Borba's our doctor. Reed is our cook. Oh, this is not good. We're not going to have a great cook. Mick's going to have to step up to the plate. And to be honest, Mick has been the MVP of the series so far, so he will step up to the challenge. Because they will need bed rest. Borba, you need to get straight on it right now. You need to tend to each of them. So you just hold shift as you're doing this. Already tending. So then he'll do them all in one go. This might be a cool... He's using the good medication. No! Let's make sure no one else is using the good medic there. Oh, Borba. Yep, I don't want you to use the good medication until a limb is about to come off. Luckily, he dropped it straight away. So, Borba, did you actually tend to McLovin? You didn't, so add that to your chores of stuff to do. I'm going to have to keep an eye on them. Health-wise, malaria. So again, we want the immunity above whatever the disease is. It looks like herbal medication isn't going to do it. So we might have to give them all one. Oh no, saying Lewis has been tended to quite quickly by the looks of it. And Reed, it might be close, but he should be okay. So McLovin and Van we're going to have to keep an eye on. I'm not going to set a research project just because we have 4 colonists down. To be fair, I was starting to wonder if this was actually Randy random, but coming into an episode, 4 people get malaria straight off the bat. We know Randy's back in town. Luckily, we got 71 meals in the freezer, so we don't really have to concern ourselves too much with that, which is pretty nice. Got a collector, but we got no one to really give them for tribute. Although I think we could take them. MB, the Warhammer specialist. Who is our miner? Borba, so it looks like there's not going to be any mining. Oh, McLovin's straight on it. Bulk good trader. That could be cool. We could actually get some sexy stuff from them. So that we still don't really have any silver or anything though, but worse positions to be in. I'm told because we're doing pretty good. Mick's making more mortar shells like the boss he is. Probably gone a bit OTT with how many mortar shells that we've actually got, but I'm okay with it. Got 1 calf. 1 colonist is idle. But if you're really bored after all that, come down to Mining Town. Yeah, if you're bored, come and mine. Saying that, we haven't actually got any mining queued up. So let's get the first 3 bedrooms mined out. So then we can start slowly getting people in, which will actually be really cool. Obviously this hallway we're going to make shorter. Just need some more granite. I wasn't really checking. I didn't think we'd have to worry about it, to be honest. But that's not the end of the world. Mick, can you come out and trade? Now we want to have a look at our malaria. So yeah, your immunity is better. Your immunity is smashing it. Your immunity just about. And who was the other one? Reed. Yeah, so we should be okay. We've tended to that quite well. Like, we'll keep an eye on it, but I don't think we need to concern ourselves too much. I would have really have loved if they had some components or something. Just looking at this now, nothing shouts out must buy. Oh, I thought I didn't look at the arrows properly and I thought we could buy another cow. Let's get rid of like lizard skin and all this sort of stuff because we're not really going to use it. Plain leather. We've got tons of plain leather. Like fox fur, we can get rid of that. The guinea pig, we can get rid of that. The clothes, so anything that's pretty much pushing the 50% we want to get rid of, because someone rightfully pointed out in the comments, anything below 50% the colonists say is tattered, but plus anything under 50 we're telling them not to wear. So we really don't want to tell someone to wear something that's at 52% condition because it's sort of a bit redundant. Yeah, sadly there's nothing we could buy. We could buy some meat. And actually we haven't got any... While we've got obviously 61 meals, we haven't got any meat. So this might be a good way to get some meat. And I see chicken is on the menu, boys. So let's see if we can buy... Yeah, we can buy like 200 of that. Should we buy some rat just to punish them? That's what you get for joining my colony. You eat rat now. Actually, we will buy all their herbal medicine as well. So 200 chicken meat and some herbal medication because you can never have enough. It's always worth having some in the bank. Because Randy could hit us with the plague next, and if you get some of them back to back, and then suddenly you've got nothing to heal anyone, and you're using your best, medication out of nowhere. It's not a case that we're never going to need it, but it's the sort of thing that you will run out quick. Okay, Lewis, immunity is doing great. Van, immunity is doing okay. And Reed, immunity is fine. Oh, I forgot to check McLovin, whoops. McLovin, we might give him 1 round on the good stuff. Because I get a bit touchy when it gets to about the 50% and the immunity is not above it. So I think we'll give him 1 round on the decent stuff. Because I know what I'm like with this game and I don't pay attention enough sometimes. And I'll end up not checking McLovin in a bit. Like, it does look like he's going to be okay. But what we've got to remember is once the immunity gets to 100%, the disease itself then goes back down to 0%. So the quicker it can beat it. And just in case he doesn't get treated on time as well, because then the disease, in this case malaria, will shoot up more if it's not treated on time. So I don't like how close that is, so we're just going to keep an eye. And basically I want to make sure Borba heals him. So that's why we're stalking him like a ex-partner. Yeah, I just don't like them numbers being so close. I know it's like 6 hours till he can be tended, but I want to just keep it on this screen. So know me, I just get distracted too easily. It's how my Sims used to always die in the swimming pool, I'd just forget about them. Nothing to do with me taking away the ladder and killing them on purpose, but it's just because I forgot I took the ladder away. At least that's what I told, you know, the judge, and he bought it, so... Okay, there we go. So we can see Borba giving him the good stuff now. And he's going to be loving life. And then let's put him down to the herbal medication. And we can see the immunity starting to come over it. It probably would have done anyway. But we're getting late into the disease now. So we just want to make sure we don't lose a character just because we're trying to, like, stockpile medicine, like, too silly. At the end of the day, we need it to make sure no one dies. We will just double check everyone else just in case we have missed someone. So Van's doing okay as well. Just keeping an eye on that. It's very close, isn't it? If we go back to McLovin. Yeah, even McLovin's quite close. Right. It looks like it's like 3 or 2%, you know, in between that, like in front of the disease. I'm tempted to give him some more. How's Lewis? Lewis has got his immunity. So as we said, so that percentage that he got, so whatever the height of it was, it's now got to go back down to 0 for him to be fully healthy. Van, again, very, very close, aren't we? So how much medicine have we actually got? We could afford giving everyone 1 round. So what we're going to do is we're going to give everyone 1 round. You can tell I'm playing like I really want to win this. So then what we're going to do is we're going to watch everyone, and then once they get the good stuff... So McLovin has got the good stuff again. He is greedy, isn't he? So now we're going to take him down to herbal. Because I don't think... Like, two of the good stuff, and I think he should be fine. Like, he's 5% over now. Or 4 to 5, so we've nearly doubled that. Yeah, he looks like he's smashing it now, so now we need to just keep an eye on the others. Saying that you can go back to herbal, because actually, you're like 20% in front of it now. And Van's still quite close, so I'm happy for him to have some. Thing is, you don't want to lose someone like silly. Not at this point, especially we are doing so well. And we've actually got a good group. And I'd hate to have to fill that slot with just someone like that's a pyromaniac and that just wants to burn everything and laugh while he's doing it. While that makes for a good story, that doesn't help me completing it. The game, that is, not like complete as in like burning down everyone. It would be fun, it would just be pointless. Like Sims, it was always fun to kill people. Rimworld, it's like, ha 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 ha, oh, I haven't completed the game. Can be tended, so we want him to get the good stuff. Oh, Randy is coming for us this episode. It was bound to happen sooner or later. We have a mechanoid cluster. How big is it? Let's have a look. Okay, that's a big boy. That's a big boy. Okay, so this gradually gets bigger. And with it, it will kill the wildlife. So we're going to wait until that, because it's quite far away from us. We're going to wait until it fully impacts us. And then we're going to like bomb them with our mortars. I see no reason to do it too early. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a zone. And we're going to call it the no-go zone. I know, very original. Has a ring to it, so I thought, why not? And then what we're going to do The reason why I'm doing this area as well is just in case we mine through, they wander around to get to that bit. I don't want any funny business going on. So we're going to colour all this bit in. And then we're going to click that. And we're going to go invert. And now we're going to change all of our, if I can remember what button it is, everyone to this no-go zone. So no one will go into that bit. Like, we'll be able to deal with it, like, fine. We've got 4 mortars. We've got 32 shells. We've got... I don't know if I fully trust our kill box. I'd feel better if, like, spots like this were filled in. I'm just seeing if there's any granite close to home. Saying that, we're starting to get granite in here again. No, actually, we have got like 1 or 2 granite bits. Let me have a look at the make granite blocks. Let's push that up to make sure it's the highest. Who is Van? And Van is out at the moment. Oh, Mick is like the MVP. Let's get him up on like making blocks to hopefully we can complete that. I would like our granite just so it's a little bit stronger. Right, let's have a quick look at everyone's health. So McLovin is fine. Reed has got his immunity. Perfect. Van's pushing it, but he has got 1 more round of the good stuff and Lewis is fine. So let's just keep an eye on Van, just in case we need to tell them manually, but he can be tended to. So he's already been tended to. And this should throw him under. We have got visitors. I'm curious to see if anyone like... Okay, so what is this going to do for me? Because are these going to activate it? No, okay. You know, if that was me, they'd have all come alive and just like wiped me out. So it looks like we have to go into that red zone and then it activates everything. But this, as we can see with the trees, is already killing the wildlife, so that's not good. We could actually get to cutting some trees and whatnot. It's basically leaving the problem for as long as possible. Which, you know, isn't the worst thing. I think what we're going to do is, since we have a lot of marble... And marble has, I'm sure it has beauty to it, doesn't it? Has 1 beauty. Do they all have 1 beauty? Well, I can't really see. So we're going to build out marble because we have all the marble blocks here. So I suppose it's silly not really getting started. So let's get our power cable all the way down here. Then what we were going to do is we were going to be clever to leave gaps like this. That we can put the standing lamps in. It doesn't really show me the area that it covers. But I suppose we'll have to have a look when it's up. If we do something like this just to start with to try and brighten everything up so everyone's not utterly miserable with me. You know, that's not always the goal in life. Sometimes you want to keep people happy, keep them sweet, tickle them in their sleep. I thought it was going to rhyme, I thought it was going to be a bit more clever than what that was, but as always, it just turns out I'm just cringe. We will... Saying that, we can just get the bedroom started really, can't we? We could build everything out of marble. So marble has a beauty of 4. If we build it out of wood, it has a beauty of 2. So everyone's going to get a marble bed. It looks beautiful, but it feels horrible. Ain't that what being rich is about though? Everything like looks nice, but absolutely horrible. I watched... What was it? There was like... You have to watch it on like YouTube. There was a show around like Kanye and Kim Kardashian's house, right? And no word of a lie, in one of the rooms they're like, she's on the bed like, oh look at me, I'm a mother, I definitely don't have nannies, blah blah blah. And there's a shot of, it looks like an ensuite. And I kid you not, there are taps and no sink. How rich have you got to be not to have a sink? Just have the tap. That would be hilarious. Like, the maid would give you looks every day. Right, the dresser is... wood is 5 beauty. And marble is 8. That's a massive difference. I imagine jade is even more. 22! Jesus, that looks beautiful. Where are we going to have the dressers? Actually, if we move the beds over one, the OCD's kicking in. This is like prime OCDs when I'm planning stuff like this. Let's have the marble beds right over there. Then we can have the marble dressers there. So that's not really going to work though, is it? Because we're going to want marble. I'm not even going to look for the end tables. Yep, so let's... I know, guys. I really shouldn't be overthinking this as much as I am. That's why you're here. To listen to the calm of my voice as I lay down some truth knowledges. Alright, I'm just saying stuff now. Let's get the end tables in there. And I think that's a great start. We will want to... Oh, we did get carpets, so we will put carpets in there. And luckily we do have some cloth for them. And then I think that will be nice. So what carpet shall we give them? Nice cream. Because cream is like tranquility. You know, as Madonna the Great Virgin once said. I don't know any of her songs, any quotes. But all I know is she had a song about that she's a virgin, that everyone laughs about. Virgin my arse. Okay, we're losing power. Why are we losing power? We have plenty stored. So what's going on, Jimmy? Someone could... A solar flare. Turns out if you look around, there's reasons in this game. Like, stuff just doesn't random... Oh, we got a transport pod. Well, if you come to our colony, we've got to change your name. There is no way my dyslexic mouth is saying that. Create... Yeah, that's definitely how you say it. Too smart. Okay, I can deal with that. Oh, that's quite good, actually. So she's too smart, so she gets a mental break threshold of plus 12%. However, with this trait, she gets a permanent mood effect of plus 12. So it sort of like cancels each other out in a way. Wimp, which means a little bit of pain will immobilise her. But she's good at mining. Research, so that means actually she could be another researcher or another miner, depending how quickly we're getting this done. Oh, but she's... yeah, she's with the Empire. We don't want to annoy them. Not like Star Wars Empire. But they're like the big daddies of the game. You don't really want to upset them. So it might actually be worth us turning the prison, or pretending the prison was never a prison. And look, now it's a medical bay! Look at that, easy as that. McLovin, how are you doing? You've got your... It makes you walk slower though, doesn't it? Mick, because you're the MVP. Rescue, and then we'll heal her and send her on her way. We won't give her any good medication or anything like that. But then hopefully that will give us favour. And favour's important because that's 75% we can call them in as allies. If we're like in real big trouble. And they'll come with like all sorts of guns and armour and come and help us. Which is sort of like the panic button. Like the nuclear silo. Okay, we want to go in here health-wise. Okay, death in 7 hours, but we still only want to give you herbal medicine. Let's not get silly. We don't use the good stuff. Well, we barely use the good stuff on our people, let alone someone else. Okay, woo, she's not going to die. But then once she's healed, I think she just walks off like, thanks guys. I don't know how much. Doesn't really say. A shame, that would have been a really, really good person. But it wasn't meant to be, so no worries. Alright, Granite's actually being made again. How much plants are actually dying? It's actually going really slow. But you can see it sort of growing a little bit. Not crazy. But obviously it's going to impact us at some point. But we don't need to worry about taking it out because it's not really bothering us. So I'd rather use that extra time to make sure, like, the kill box, because it's wooden traps as well, that big beast of a robot will take it like a champ. Like, we'll take like the whole line out. And I mean, they're not actually creating more, are they? No, they're not actually creating more. I'm just sort of clicking on everything just to make sure they're definitely not, no. It's not as big of a problem as what I thought. The only annoying thing is obviously it's eventually going to kill all the trees if we leave it. If we ran all our colonists up there, like, them turrets would rip us to shreds, but... Nah, we got this, guys. Low food? Yeah, you're right, 35 meals is low. Nothing really on the map that we can kill. Like, when's our harvest? It's quite a ways away. I suppose the problem is our growers have been out of commission. Reed, you're back, so let's get Mick off that. I know he's the OG, but, you know, even he needs a break. Let's get a standing lamp in all these bedrooms. We probably should just mine out that wall. Mine it out, boys. Mine it out. And then we can get marble everywhere. It's just about getting that beauty level up. If we have a look at... Yeah, because these normal walls give -2 anyway. So the marble walls that we put in will then give a +1. We just want the room as lovely as possible just so they get that crisp mood boost in the morning. Like when your mum makes you breakfast in bed and she tickles your little tootsies and you go, "Mum, you silly brilliant," and she goes, "Yeah, oh, you love me." And... No? Okay. If you got to this part of the video, leave a like, leave a sub, leave a comment. I'll catch you in the next one, party people. Bye.